Bro, I'm gonna be watching the Benavidez. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. They did.
I
Put
got
those.
Showtime, man. I
Okay.
got to figure out the other part. Man. On this bug, I can't find my remote. I haven't every problem I can have.
Now, what channel is Benavidez on? What channel is he on?
Showtime.
Showtime. Okay. Okay.
Need to find my remote, bro, because this iPad and this iPhone about to clash. I'll probably lose my.
So who you got in the fight tonight, bro?
Bro, talking about the
Jessica
ladies.
the ladies, Jessica McCaskill versus
man. You know I'm about to go up
Cecilia Braekhus.
I'm about to go up my girl Jessica, man. But bro, I'm scared for her. I think Cecilia, she's gonna come with a real mixed bag.
Man, you sound like one of the people who think that the first one might have been a little fluky.
No.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think the first one was fluky. Now I just think that Cecilia, she got outworked the first one, and I mean, just going, she got to make some adjustments, man. She going, I think, I don't know. I really don't know, man. I'm excited to see because I know Jessica gonna become. She gonna come like the underdog she always been.
Right.
She gonna be hungry. You know what I'm saying? It probably gonna be. I just think Cecilia made the wrong. She fought with the wrong game plan in the first fight. I think she's gonna try to box more this time, stick and move, and outpoint her. Cause she pretty much went toe to toe last time. She chasing her around the ring. You chasing a puncher around the ring.
Right, most definitely.
But just going to use that jab. She's going to use that little distance a little more. She got longer arm reach. I feel like she's going to have to mix it up too.
Now I will say for sure, man. In that first one, man. In the first one, Cecilia definitely she got outworked. Like she straight up got outworked. So it's gonna be interesting to see if she can, bounce back and kind of switch it up and go.
So on the way, because she not, man. She ain't gonna win the fight Jessica fight, man. She ain't gonna win that way. She gonna have to just try to. I don't see her, I think Jessica the bigger puncher.
Right.
It'd be interesting, man. Really don't know what to expect, but I hope Greg pull it off, man. I really don't want it to go to the scorecard, honestly, bro. I want to do some damage.
You want
because
you don't want it to go to the scorecard, bro?
I don't want it to go to the scorecard. If it do, I want Jessica to be done, done some damage, man. So it'll be obvious.
I feel you.
But it's money in them trilogies.
Hey, and if it gets to a trilogy, man, I think that would be a major trilogy for these two young ladies, man.
Oh yeah, it'll be a bag. I mean, she said, and plus she, sometimes you say things that motivate people even more.
Right.
She's been saying this is a retirement party for Cecilia, man. Yeah.
She has been talking that trash, man. Like she about to send it into retirement, man.
She always big confident, bro.
Right.
She confident all the time. So yeah, she be like, they ready for this retirement cake.
And I can't front, man. It was wild about it is, shoot, I think, isn't this Cecilia's only loss? I might be wrong. This is her only loss.
She was undefeated, bro.
That's what I thought. I thought that Cecilia was undefeated, man, and that this is really her first and only loss, man.
Yeah, I'm almost sure that, you know what I'm saying? Now you say, yeah, let's see. So relax there. Okay, I could get UFC, man. Get everything. Let me see.
Download. Let's see.
UFC fight. I ain't know it was a UFC fight tonight too. Where Jay at, man?
Oh, Jay gonna be on here, man, because right now there's still. Let me check it out right quick. But I believe there's still another fight going on. We haven't quite gotten to that point yet where Cecilia and Jessica are cruising out there, but they showing them warming up right now. So we get into we getting close. We getting close.
Who got the eye of the tiger, man?
Hey, they both look like they got the eye of the tiger, man. It's looking pretty even with both of them right about now, man. It's gonna be super interesting, super duper interesting.
Bro, I didn't even know that it was illegal for women to fight. Where's Cecilia from? She's from Sweden somewhere?
Oh no, she's I thought Norway. I could be wrong, man.
Somewhere like that.
Yeah. Don't quote me. I think Norway is where Cecilia's from.
You might be right, but it was illegal for women boxing women to fight. You feel me? 2012 or something like that. Somewhere around there, man.
Oh really?
And they're like, it's crazy. She still became the first lady, the undisputed or something. I don't want to be fumbling up facts on Women's Month, man. But there's a story to why she the first lady. Even though, with all that being said,
right,
she still was able to do that. Shout out to her, man. Shout out to all the ladies Women's Month. It did.
Exactly. It definitely is International Women's Month on deck going on right now.
Man, R.P. to Marvin Hagler. That hurt me, bro.
Most definitely, man. At 66 years old, the legend, Marvelous Marvin Hagler is gone from us far too soon.
That thing stone right there, man. I'm like, what? Crazy.
For real, man.
And and he one of the ones we didn't meet, we never met Marvin Hagler. What, he was over in France, Paris, somewhere?
Yeah, I'm not sure where he was residing, up to until he passed. But yeah, he's definitely one that we never did catch him.
Because you ever met Duran? I know we met Sugar Ray and Hearns.
I feel like, bro, I feel like we might have passed Duran before, but I can't say that we met him though.
Was Duran that Pacquiao fight when he fought Tim Bradley, the third one, or was that Chavez? It was one of them that was there.
No, no. Matter of fact, bro, it was.
That was Duran.
It was Duran, bro.
Because it was advertising the movie Hands of Stone.
Exactly.
Wayne,
It was Chavez Senior was at bro. What fight was it that they had the boxing expo that we went to where we saw Clarissa, Haney, Spence,
that was
all of them.
I know that was when,
what fight was that? Because I know Chavez.
That was Canelo Dane Jacobs.
It was.
Yeah.
Remember you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that definitely yeah, he was at that fight. But nah, we saw Roberto Duran, bro. Definitely at the fight you just mentioned.
The Hand of Stone movie was dope though. That was cool. Usher played Sugar Ray, did his thing.
Hey, you know what's crazy, man? I still have not seen Hands of Stone yet. To this day, I still haven't seen that.
Yeah, decent, bro. I didn't even know he was a Panamanian, bro. I thought he was Mexican. He from Panama.
Ah, okay.
I didn't even know that.
I mean, he has that vibe. I can see how somebody could make that
right.
that assumption. Yeah, he's got that vibe to him, especially with his style of fighting.
Yeah, he'll bang.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I was just watching him and Hearns fight, bro. I was like, whoa, I ain't know Hearns did him dirty like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I ain't know it was like that, bro. I was like, whoa.
Uh-huh.
I had to get my bag with these older fights, man, because I ain't realize. You don't realize how much you done missed, bro. I really.
Oh yeah. There's some classic fights out there, bro. Classic.
More deaf, man. And speaking of how much been missed, bro. Shout out to my man, Chris Bird. Chris Bird showed us love.
Most definitely, yeah.
Anybody, if you really into boxing, man, on this one of the golden eras of heavyweight, heavyweight, you know what I'm saying, with the Mike Tyson, Leonard Lewis, man, with all with the latter part, Vandy Holyfield, the Klitschko's,
right?
The early part of the Klitschko's, during that era, man, Andrew Galata, man, Chris Bird has
he's a hidden gem.
Probably got the craziest resume.
He's a hidden gem of that era.
He's like a super middleweight, man. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, to really put this thing in perspective. You know, I don't know how much we love Roy Jones, and I hate making a comparison, but I just got to say, imagine if Roy Jones fought at heavyweight most of his career. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Chris Bird, David Toole, man, what is his name? Ike Bitterbeak. I was watching Ike. I don't want to say his name wrong. The African dude, man. He was 20-0.
Okay.
And he the one that gave Chris Bird his first loss.
Okay.
And Chris Bird gave Vitaly Klitschko his first loss. I thought it was Leonard Lewis that did that.
That was Chris Bird. And he fought them back to back. He fought them back to back too, both brothers. He
fought both of them, and then he had a rematch, man, bro. Listen, and he took the first fight, bro, like a 10-day notice or something, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm telling you, somebody that couldn't pick his fights, I mean, that really got it out the mud, man. Straight up, man.
Right.
I mean, that dude, he's a legend, man. You know, I was so happy to see that he made it in the Hall of Fame. And when you did, like, you know, it's crazy. I was looking at David Toole, because David Toole he's like the most decorated person that never made it to the heavyweight, that never won a championship. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I don't know if he made it in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. He made it in like the American Hall of Fame. But that was pretty interesting, man.
Hold on. We got Jay calling me right quick. Jake Box.
Jake
calling
Box.
me up. Yeah. Hold on right quick.
Let's see what we got, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, this man still watching the undercard. About to hop up in here in a second. We're gonna get J Box on the line. And shout out to all of those who are tuning in right now with us as we get ready to kick back and relax and watch Cecilia Braekhus versus Jessica McCaskill 2. And then Juan Estrada versus Chocolatito Gonzalez. As usual, we will be having some instant, and when I say instant, I mean in a millisecond, Cash App giveaways. So tune in periodically. We're gonna, kind of give you a quick challenge in our chat. And the first person either answer the question or do whatever it is we shout out to in the chat and on the feed, instantly right on the spot will be shot some Cash App money live from Boxing Vibes TV. But how you feeling tonight, Q? How you feeling, bruh?
Hey, man, I'm good, bro.
You good?
I'm good, man. Losing an hour of sleep tonight. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right about that, man.
You know what I mean? Some of us got to work. Some of us got to work on the weekend still. You did? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Hey, but it's bittersweet, man, because we lose that hour of sleep. But I'm one of those people who I enjoy daylight saving time, bro. I enjoy there being more light in the day, bro. I don't like it when it's dark at like 6:30, man. I don't like all that, bro.
You don't like when it get dark at 6:30?
Hell no, man. No, man. I like for it to be
Is that a light skin thing?
Hey, it might be. Hey, man. Hey, it might be, bro.
I think I heard Drake sing about that one time.
I need that light as long as possible, brother. You feel me?
I don't know, bro. It don't really,
It don't phase you.
I love contrast. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I love contrast.
So. Hell with the contrast. Did you just see this guy get rebooted?
And welcome Jake Box to the show. There you go.
Please, and listen. I
moderator.
After I saw this, listen. So this dude Escobar, right? He's all sloppy and out of shape.
Uh-huh.
And You can tell he just took the fight on short notice to get a little paycheck. He got hit so hard. He got a chin on. He stopped. He stopped.
He stopped.
He just froze. He froze. He froze. He got hit. He went boom, and he just stopped. And then he shook his head and backed up.
Oh man! Nah, he didn't get rebooted like that, huh?
He got rebooted. Oh man. He just needed that window.
Wow. Hey, and for y'all tuning in live, J-Box is referring to one of the undercards.
Ooh, just knocked him down.
Still leading up to Jessica McCaskill versus Cecilia Braekhus too. So there's still one more undercard. That's what J-Box is referring to right now.
Escobar just got put on his rear, but
oh man,
he game. But boy, he got rebooted like a mud. He getting beat up right now. He in the corner. He all squirrely.
Yeah. I see. I see.
Cecico.
Was it Cecico? That's how they pronounce his name. Yeah, Cecico seemed like he's pinning him up.
Excuse me, Sasako or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. One of the two. I think he's some either he fights with at the same camp as Anthony Joshua, or he's some former relative. I just know he's somehow connected to Anthony Joshua.
Hey, and it's interesting you say that, man, because I was just about to say, whoever this dude is, for him to have Under Armour on his trunks already, I was like, dude must be somebody. But yeah, I saw that.
It was a headbutt though. It was a headbutt.
That might be the end of this one if he can't get up from that one. But
yeah, it was a headbutt.
But now to your point about him being connected to Anthony Joshua, that makes sense with him having on all this Under Armour gear. Yeah, so you got the Under Armour shoes, Under Armour trunks.
Escoveria, excuse me. I said Escoveria, but Escoveria. Well, Escoveria don't have to pack it up, boy.
You said gonna have to pack it up?
Yeah. So for those of y'all watching live, I'm a big sneakerhead, so I'm gonna get into a story I got nothing to do with boxing. So look, so remember I told you I got those off-whites?
Yeah.
5 off-whites, the ones that just the last ones that came out.
Uh-huh.
So I was looking, so I got they were fakes, right? So I was looking.
How fake were they, brother? How fake were they?
I listen. I'm gonna tell you, they were okay. So for those of y'all, whoever is in the chat, whatever, for those of y'all who like sneakers, there's a thing called UA. A UA is made by Nike. So what happens is Nike makes like 100,000 sneakers, and then they say, you know what, we only need 60,000. So they order the factories that they have them made, mostly all in China. They have them destroy them. But of course, if you're sitting there and you got 40,000 worth of sneakers that's worth what? I don't know, millions. You're going to backdoor them. But the problem is with the 60,000 Nike wanted, Nike takes the best of that 60,000. So they take the flawless ones, and the 40,000 that are left over, that's the deal. He is down again.
Hey, they should stop this one. They should stop this fight, man. I'm just saying right now. This is over with.
Yeah.
Throw in the towel.
He's game though. He's game though. He knows how to box. He's just out of shape and getting a paycheck. But he's here to stay, to go the distance at the very least, which I respect because he's a completely overmatched. But anyway, so what happens is they make their way over to the States. So long story short, I found out I got hit with some UAs, right? UAs, they'll be like, a number will be off, or they'll kind of be just a scratch or something on them or whatever. They'll be slightly different than the authorized Nike shoes from the factory. So I walk into this upscale resale store here in Tampa, and I just go to check to see how close the UAs are. And I really couldn't tell the difference. So I'm gonna wear them bitches like they real.
Hey, bro.
So in conclusion,
how
he about to rock them.
Okay, well, you could sell them like they're real. You just told everybody, but you know what I'm saying?
But no. There's small little telltale signs like the font. There's like small fine details, and when you get into the price range of shoes that could resell for like 700, 1,000, people be studying those little small inconsistencies. So
that's crazy.
Even though it was made by Nike, they'd be like, "Oh, these the ones Nike kicked back for being defective, or they didn't authorize."
The one that would have went to Ross.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Hey, the ones that would have went to Ross dressed for less, huh? Dressed for less?
Man, I dress for less, bro.
And that's why I'm aware, because I walked in there today because I was seeing pictures and they were looking different on the pictures. So I said, man, remember I told you I was going to do this, JD? I was like, let me go walk in this store. That's why I was on your side of town.
Okay.
I was like,
ride around on your side of town.
I was like, let me walk in here, let's see what they're looking like. And so dude went on this whole thing like, hey, yeah, man, I can tell a fake. He was trying to show me all the box. I said, oh, my shit look like that. This is I'm trying to see if somebody would have to get up with a microscope to see my fake. So that's why I wanted to make sure and see. So it's basically the same shoe.
Hey, don't be still on. Don't be still on. Don't always keep moving, bro.
Hey, listen, Chris Algieri didn't know. He saw me. He was like, nice kicks, man. I was like, thank you. Remember we was at the amateur? Yeah. And that's how Chris Algieri recognizes he might not be a big sneakerhead, but he knows the sneakers for him to point those out because those are made by it was a collab, so they're pretty unique. So for him to be like, oh, those are nice shoes, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's all that matters, man. I ain't out here trying to. I ain't got nothing to prove. So anybody watching, y'all see me with these off-white 5s, they fake.
Hey man, ultimately, man, when 98% of the population wouldn't know, brother, 98%, man, go ahead and rock them bad boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock them like they real.
I mean, what's really real and what's really fake, though, man?
It's the sneaker snobs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because what happened is a lot of these sneaker YouTubers, they used to do the same thing. They used to get UAs and now they're getting Nike sponsor money, but Nike just got hit up. Two executives just got hit up for reselling sneakers and with their kids making millions. So I don't care.
At the end of the day, bro, is you rocking them shit? So if you fresh, you rocking them. You know what I'm talking about? You swag up to date because it don't even matter.
I wore them on my wife's birthday. That was nice.
There it is.
That was nice.
I mean,
fresh to death like $1 million. Half off though.
There you go. You won. That's Morilla.
Morilla, huh?
Morilla.
All right, man. So the fight is over. They finally stopped it. So we're on to finally the co-feature event of Cecilia Braekhus versus Jessica McCaskill. Of course, those who are tuning in know that Jessica McCaskill in the major upset took fight number 1, outworking Cecilia Braekhus, aka the First Lady. And now here we are with the second.
You can't do that. Just let her be a fighter. Don't call her the finest lady, man. You don't have to call her the finest.
The
first, bro. She the first lady, man.
I was just thinking out loud. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
Hey, the finest lady. Hey.
I'm sorry.
Hey, my man said that wasn't a Freudian slip, bro. Hey.
I was projecting. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
The finest lady, man, and the first lady, man. But nevertheless, we gonna see if Cecilia, if she can come back and how the second fight goes. We gonna see if Jessica says she's ready. Q, what you said? She trying to retire, Cecilia? What'd you say, man?
Man, listen, bro. She said this is a retirement for her, bro. So at the end of the day, man, sometimes you light a fire up under a monster when you go to talking like that. You remember Keith one time throwing him.
Hey, man.
Hey, shout out to Showbiz, man. That's Showbiz. But listen, he said he was going to retire Pacquiao, man. And get what? Right. Did you see what he said lately? Have you heard the latest on what he done said?
Well, Keith one time? Nah, I ain't heard what Keith one time been saying.
Nah, he allegedly. I haven't seen this myself.
So enlighten the people, man, on what the word on the street is.
Allegedly, he said Pacquiao cheated for that fight.
What?
So he had hands felt like cement. Now
Are you serious?
I'm paraphrasing.
He had hands that felt like what?
He basically pulled the.
He was getting beat back across his head.
No. Basically, he just saying that Pacquiao cheated, man. I don't even know exactly what he's saying, but He said Pacquiao. Allegedly, he said Pacquiao cheated.
Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna say it like this. As a fighter, you can't do that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if he wasn't cheating, that just means he was hitting you that goddamn hard, bro. Like, come on. Like when Wilder got up there, it was like, oh, I believe you had an egg ring. I was like, if he didn't, we all know how hard he was hitting your ass from your testimony. you thought he had an anvil in there. So I mean, I think stuff like that you kind of need to keep on the wraps. And I think more so is probably what what Jay was saying, where he was saying that Wilder was trying to bait Fury into a rematch. Thurman might be trying to do the same thing since it's apparent that Pacquiao's not going to fight Crawford. Right. It's looking like Mikey Garcia, and maybe Thurman's trying to worm his way into a rematch.
And you know what's crazy, man? Is Q.
But he said bricks. He said cement or bricks.
But the thing is, man, how you gonna say that, man? The dude is 42 years old. You gonna really say that about a 42-year-old? So he tripping if he's talking that about a 42-year-old dude, man. I
think he's just really doing it because
you think it's a ploy to pull him in?
Yeah, because boxing is so disorganized and behind the curve. I think only thing boxing has right now is internet speculation and the Twitter sphere. All they have is social media right now. You see all the the prime lightweights Twitter fighting, and now Sean Porter and Crawford are Twitter fighting, and it's just that's all they got right now. That's all they got right now, because everybody's waiting to when they can make some money. So everybody kind of trigger shots.
What Drake say? Trigger fingers turning into Twitter fingers.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Bro, that song was so hard back in the day, boy.
We was just talking about that. What we talking about?
That song we're talking about rap beats, back to back. Yeah, real talk. That must have been y'all. Y'all had it on the B side. You know what I'm saying? Because I went in on that
one. What's that?
Oh, we was talking about the beef rap.
Here we go. Tell her the tape, fellas.
Oh, she got. It's so she's gonna have to. It's always weird when you got a taller fighter with the shorter reach.
Right. So we sitting there. You got Cecilia, 39 years old. Jessica, 36. Great. Cecilia, 5'7.5". Jessica McCaskill coming in at 5'6". They're about even at the weight. Jessica came in at 144.6. Cecilia came in at 145. And to Jay Box's point, even though Jessica is the shorter lady, she's got the reach advantage. Yeah, 69 compared to Cecilia at 67. So it's gonna be interesting, man. 10 round fight. 2 minutes around? 2 minutes around, right, fellas?
That's 20 minutes, Lieutenant.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, hey man, I think you're gonna see that, bro. I firmly believe.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah. I think this is a sure bet for some fireworks to go off.
I would say this boxing surely knows how to string out a main event. It's all combat sports. UFC does it too, man. You'll be in the bar 1 o'clock in the morning before you get to see the main event.
Right, because here we are, man, with East Coast time, man, almost 11. It's going to be 11 o'clock by the time they start fighting, which puts, Chocolatito and Estrada in the ring, about midnight? Well, maybe not midnight, about 11:45.
Yeah, it's an old habit for just from all the fights that take place in Vegas. Because all the times we've been in Vegas, a fight ends, the night is young, you go out to the club, there's the after party. So, but on the East Coast, you're midnight, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So the sun's still up like at 7 o'clock, especially around May,
right,
in Las Vegas.
Hey, and while we're at it, man, while we're at it, J Box, all right, J Box has a special raffle gift he gonna show y'all after this fight. I know the fight about to start, so I'm gonna let him chill on the couch right now. But he's gonna show y'all a special raffle gift we also got on top of.
So those Jordan Retro 5s, I only wore them once. So y'all, I'm telling y'all, listen. I'm gonna show him y'all. The other. You talking about the other raffle?
I'm talking about the real raffle, bro.
Oh, we got that too. Okay.
Yeah, we got the glove on deck, bro.
Okay.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, we got the glove on deck. Yeah.
Huh? My bad.
Yeah, but we got a Iron Mike Tyson authenticated autographed glove live that we're gonna show you all. That is a part of a raffle, and J-Box will break it down for y'all after this fight. And then we'll get into our first Cash App question at the middle of this fight as we get ready for Jessica McCaskill to walk out to the ring, as Cecilia Braekhus is already in the ring waiting on Jessica. And here we are with Jessica McCaskill walking out right now. Q, I'm looking at the fan pans, bro. I'm looking at the fan pan. Are the names supposed to be on these shorts? Jessica McCaskill right now?
Bro, pause and zoom in. It better be.
I'm looking right now, man. She might have names on there somewhere, but
she don't. Well, she ain't.
She's definitely looking like she's ready for ready to get it going, man.
So the talk of Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder's getting louder. Dylan White, the forever troll, came out running his mouth again. I think he should more so worry about Povetkin than worry about what Wilder's doing. But he has some words about his thoughts on it. He's kind of he favors Andy Ruiz like I do, but he has his motives. But what were you saying about? Have I seen who? Q?
You seen Andy Ruiz?
Hey, what? That's what I was trying to tell him. Hey, he's in shape,
bro. The good thing is, if Wilder was to put him to sleep, you feel me? He boomerang game. He back.
Yeah.
Because he got he got about the most dangerous opponent he can have for a rebound fight. You know what I'm saying? After having the egg weight capsized his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bounce back with this one, bro. This man licking blood out of his ear, off his neck. What's wrong? What's wrong with Tyson Fury?
What? Hey, but you know
what's wrong with him?
But you know what though? When you have a deficit in boxing skills, you let people do that because you're out of position, or you in a position to let somebody do that, which is why some people like Andy Ruiz.
Bro, that was.
Hey, listen, man, it's gonna be a decent fight. I see the videos, I see the pictures, I see Andy with Reynoso and the whole Canelo camp.
Shout out to Andy Reynoso, man. He getting them boys trained up.
So
round one of Benavidez.
Okay, so we got Q over there eyeing what's going on with the Benavidez fight.
Benavidez and Ellis.
Okay.
Does Canelo take that fight with Benavidez?
I'm gonna see now.
He said he wanted to be the unified champ at 168. He didn't say he wanted to clean out the division. There's a very big difference.
Well, what he did
and I don't know if you guys go ahead.
He responded to the Benavidez team. He said, "Look, bro, we don't duck nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Ain't no ducking going on."
Okay.
Yeah. So I like that he responding. I like that he I believe him. I believe him.
Okay.
Because real thing when you the A side on all aspects, you know what I'm saying? And he been out working everybody in boxing. I mean, and every moves he making, we can say what we want about the last fight. That's filling a blank to keep busy. Saunders, Smith, you know what I'm saying? He could have just laid low and not fought. So it's. I put some respect on Canelo's name, man.
Benavidez just brought up a good point. He's called out Canelo. Canelo wants fights with everybody, but he's said that Canelo has never brought him up, and Canelo responded probably because what he was saying was true, but Canelo probably wasn't necessarily ducking. He was probably more so focused on getting the belts. And he's like, "We'll get to your beltless ass when we get to you." So I'm not necessarily saying he ducked it.
Meanwhile, get like Spence said, get something I want. Like he told what his name is, bruh. Speaking of that, what my man name is,
because if he really wants to,
the Cuban,
he should.
Cuban name is.
Who?
Man, the Cuban that fought Sean Porter.
You guys,
yeah, bro. So you guys say he want 50-50 with Spence. You say he want 50-50, baby.
He's trying to hold on to that belt that was gifted to him.
He played too much.
They say Pacquiao champion in recess, so he got the belt now.
He out to play. He playing. He on the playground right now.
Yeah. All right,
here we go. So we getting ready.
But if Benavidez and his team was smart, they take on Caleb Plant to instead of begging for a fight.
For what I'm saying, Benavidez in the first round, man, I like Canelo.
Okay.
I don't like his footwork, bro. My man just put a jab in his mouth. I don't like his footwork. You might have power, bro, but you vulnerable, man. For what I see.
All right, so here we are, face to face. All right, they're getting ready to get it popping with Cecilia Braekhus versus Jessica McCaskill.
All right, let's get professional. Will age be a factor? You have the 36-year-old McCaskill coming in fresh off her victory over the legendary female champion Cecilia Braekhus, coming in at 39 years old. Will the wear and tear of all those fights and being the reigning supreme female fighter in her time?
All right, here we go. Ding ding. Round one is underway. Again, I see where we're looking like we got the same pace as the first fight, where Jessica's easily probably thrown 20 punches already.
I was about to say 15.
Yeah, she's thrown 15, 20 punches already.
And to you people watching out there, don't trust CompuBox.
Oh, nice overhand right by. Oh yes, this is starting off the exact same way as fight one.
Round 11.
This is definitely round 11 with Jessica McCaskill looking to be the aggressor and come out early on Cecilia Braekhus right now.
McCaskill definitely looks to be the stronger fighter.
Now here's a question, J-Box especially. I know you're tuned in watching this. Do you think Jessica can keep up this pace like the last fight?
No, I don't think so, because I think Cecilia is going to be aggressive enough to land meaningful shots. But the question is, in those exchanges, will she get hit with something big? And that's Cecilia Braekhus. I think that might be the big difference, is that Cecilia is going to be a little bit more aggressive and willing to exchange. But the wild card is going to be, is she going to get caught in those exchanges, and how does that affect her? Because she did look like she got a little, a fresh one that woke her up in the first round.
My goodness.
Yep, just
she
like
just got what an overhand right by Jessica McCaskill.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. Cecilia Braekhus' willingness to engage in exchanges more leaves her open to those big shots. And she got hit with a monstrous right over the top right hand.
She took it like a champ.
She took it like a champ.
No, she feels it right now. No, she was rocked. She was.
Yeah, she took it like a champ, but she can't take
it. First round still.
First round is over. But definitely the first round would have to go to Jessica McCaskill. She hit her with at least 2 or 3 huge overhand rights, and the biggest one being the last one that
the last one that ended the round. Yeah, but see, and that's what I was saying is going to be the wild card with this. When you got somebody as busy and as active as McCaskill, the only thing you can do is pick up your work rate. And so when you pick up your work rate, you have the, unfortunate disadvantage. The advantage sometimes is catching them, but also being caught.
Boom! What a replay!
Oh,
woo! Yeah, it was a heck of an overhand right Man, well, what a great start for the young girl from Chi-Town, Jessica McCaskill. Now as we get into round 2,
and see what I think, and this is they have a bad game plan.
And when you say they have a bad game, but you're talking about Cecilia Braekhus and her team?
Yeah, they're trying to box her at a distance while trying to be more aggressive, which is going to keep her in a dangerous space when she's trying to exchange. If Cecilia Braekhus and her team were smart, they would have had her go toe-to-toe on the inside because McCaskill's a looping puncher, right? Yeah. So moving in and out of those exchanges is when those big punches are going to land. You know, especially
close the gap and touch her with the direct punches while she's looping, because you know I get that.
Exactly, yeah. And right now she's backing up. She's trying to box her from a distance, then be aggressive at spots, and coming in and dashing out she's gonna get hit, and she's gonna get compromised if she keeps taking big shots.
I will tell you this, man. This is an absolute fans tuning in watching. This is an absolute repeat of the first fight where Jessica McCaskill's work rate is just absolutely beyond what Cecilia Braekhus is doing. And
and just sorry to interrupt, which brings me to another thing, like another big shot in the chain. Big shot in the
chain. Man, she's about to put her out of there. Oh my goodness. What some punches by Jessica McCaskill. She may get the KO. If she keeps hitting Cecilia Braekhus like this, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can't believe
she
bombs. Oh yeah, she's hurt. She's trying to clear her head right now, but my goodness.
Is McCaskill going to the body too, or she's still head hunting?
She's still head hunting, but man,
but she's connected. She's connected so frequently with big shots. I mean, that's all she needs to do. I am absolutely astonished that Cecilia Braekhus' corner's idea was to fight the same fight but be a little bit more aggressive. Wow. I mean, the fact that you have somebody that works that much and you don't throw body shots, right? That's the point of working on it. If you get on the inside, you break her down to the body, she'll slow down. Then you can try to box her from the outside once she slows. But at this pace, Cecilia Braekhus is gonna get knocked out.
Hey, exactly, man. If this pace keeps up to where Jessica McCaskill can not get winded and lose steam, this might end up getting stopped at some point. She is absolutely dropping haymakers on Cecilia right now.
One thing is true in all sports. When you're scoring, you don't get tired. when you got if you're in the NBA and you got the ball in your hands and you're on a hot streak, you don't get tired. If you break away for a 70-yard run, you get tired after you score. You don't get tired during the run.
Not during that onslaught.
Exactly.
The question is she could repeat that round after round, so we'll see. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this fight's not gonna go the distance. Whoa. They have a terrible Cecilia's fighting a terrible fight.
In big trouble. She's got Cecilia Braekhus in big trouble.
No answer.
And I know, and she's fighting upright. She's not in that phone booth where she needs to be. She's at the end of those looping punches, or at the perfect distance to get caught with those looping punches. And exchanges are just sitting there. This is her corner is did her disservice, or she's just not following their game plan.
I mean, at this point, man, I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I could start to assume at this point from the Cecilia Braekhus camp, especially because you already fought her before and you knew what she was gonna bring to the table, is only thing I could think of is if they think that Jessica's gonna slow down around the 5th or 6th round. Because right now, Cecilia's just absolutely not throwing or doing. No adjustments have been made. Absolutely no adjustments.
She's coming in with her chin up, and she's gonna get caught with the big overhand right, like she almost just got caught with again. And I don't get what they were working on in camp. I don't get whatever they were working on. Cecilia's not doing, and if this is what they were working on, they asked me to be fired.
Right, because according to what I'm seeing, man, you probably might let me know if you agree or disagree. I see no adjustments from the last fight.
Nope.
I see absolutely no adjustments from the Cecilia Braekhus camp, and it's looking even worse.
I'm about to say it's looking worse because her idea was to be more aggressive, but it's like, yeah, if being more aggressive worked in a fight all the time, boxing would be pretty simple.
All right, so that wraps up. What was that, round 3, man? That wraps up round 3. Again, another dominating round for Jessica McCaskill. On that, she's absolutely right on Cecilia Braekhus, hitting her with overhand rights, hitting her with lefts, jabs, every punch you could imagine. So the question right now will be, can Jessica keep up this pace to really get Cecilia out of there?
I mean, I would like them to go to Cecilia Braekhus' corner so I can see what they're telling me. I mean,
here you go. Here you go.
You think they're gonna throw it? You think they're looking bad enough?
Nothing I heard was a good idea. They didn't tell her to keep her chin down. They didn't tell her to work the body. They didn't tell her to do it. He said throw more punches, and that's how she's gonna get knocked out. But I don't disagree with the throw more punches.
Yeah. Because she hasn't been but yeah, like you said, it's gonna put her defense is very suspect. Which, nice head movement by Jessica McCaskill. Great head movement.
And so your corner's gotten you to, I don't know, however many 40-0, whatever she is right now. So you're gonna listen to him, but she throws no punches when they're close.
Good right, man. Hey man, Jessica McCaskill is putting in some work on Cecilia Braekhus. And Q, to your point, as far as throwing in the towel, it's not quite time for them to throw in the towel yet. Cecilia's it's not there yet, but if this continues, bruh.
That's what I'm saying. You got to show me something.
Right. It's going to get to that point at some point.
No matter what, Cecilia, she's MVP in my book.
You say, hey man, tell me why she's an MVP, brother. Tell me why.
Well, no, she's held down women's boxing for a minute. She's been a pillar. Before the GWOAT, before Katie Taylor, she's been steadily plotting along without much fanfare, but she's been beating all the competition in front of her, and she's doing it. She's done it looking fine as hell.
Shout out to all the women on International Women's Month,
Yes.
More definitely.
The only species that can achieve greatness and look this good doing
it. And to your point, Jay, she definitely has held down women's boxing for a definitely a good amount of time. It just sucks sometimes as an athlete. I personally feel that these two McCaskill fights are, the biggest stages that Cecilia has gotten in her career.
Yeah.
And it sucks to see, you get to 39 years of age, you've dominated so long, and you get to the biggest of stages, and you're just, honestly, she's just not good enough. Jessica is better. Jessica's just better.
Well, I won't. Okay, so here's what I see. I see a terrible game plan. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I've seen Braekhus throw one body punch. Right?
She's barely thrown any punches, but you're right. You're right.
But she hasn't thrown any punches because she doesn't know what distance to throw a punch where she won't get hit. And that's her corner's fault. They should have prepared for this. Jessica McCaskill looks exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
So if the fighter who comes into the fight in a rematch looks exactly the same and you look worse, that's your corner's fault. Somebody's uppercut Braekhus.
She snuck in an uppercut. It didn't hurt Jessica much, but she snuck in an uppercut. But nevertheless, it's most definitely 4 rounds to 0. Jessica McCaskill as we enter into, I believe, round 5.
Well, to the people who are watching, I'm not scoring because Cecilia Braekhus is getting beat up. And it's been a recurring theme since round 1.
Yeah, this is a.
But I can see I'm seeing a little bit of momentum shift, right? Nice overhand.
Hey, you know what I will say though, J Box? I know you say Jessica looks the same as the last fight, but I'll do it one better, bro. To me, she looks better. I see from Jessica. I see some. She looks like a fighter who went in the gym and continued to hone her craft.
Well, in my opinion, she's looking better because Cecilia's opening herself up for bigger shots, which is giving McCaskill even more confidence. Because once you're landing,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think once you're landing those big shots, you're even emboldened more to come in and be more aggressive. And when your opponent's not throwing any more punches, then you think you got him. And so, not saying you're not right, but I think part of her looking better is the fact that Cecilia is looking worse. She doesn't know an effective distance to actually fight at this point, and that's disappointing. Just for the build up to this rematch.
And actually, we're here in round 6, so we're past the midway point. This is a 10-round championship fight, 2 minutes a round. At this point, Jessica McCaskill has dominated every single round. She's on her way to being up 6 rounds.
I will say this: if there was a round that you would give to Braekhus, it would have been the 6th. There was moments where there was momentum shifts, and she was landing some of her big shots. But at this point, she needs a knockout to win the fight.
Oh yeah, she most definitely needs a knockout at this point. Jessica is flat out dominated her. So let's see if Cecilia has one last hurrah. Again, Cecilia's 39 years of age. Jessica's 36 years of age. Not a huge age gap. Cecilia is 39. Let's see if she can dig deep. One last hurrah. And try to. It's
a little different. Little different fight age though. I think McCaskill has 11 fights under her belt. 12.
Yeah.
And Braekhus has 40 plus. So now that I'm looking at this though, Claressa Shields meeting Cecilia Braekhus at a catchweight would not have been a good fight.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all.
Just for the size differential that Claressa
has over her.
Advantage that Claressa has, it wouldn't have been just because from what I'm seeing, Cecilia Braekhus hasn't been trained, nor is she willing to fight on the inside. So that wouldn't have been a good fight, just because she would have been the shorter fighter that would have had to kind of come in and make something happen on the inside.
Well, Canelo got 58 fights.
What's the Benavidez fight looking like?
Man, he winning, bro, but I ain't impressed, bro. Honestly, I'm not impressed. I mean, my man giving him a decent fight. Benavidez is winning. He winning pretty easily, but I'm putting him in. I'm putting him in there with Canelo watching this, and I'm like, I don't really see. He got a good jab. He had a good jab, and he got some sneaky speed. His power decent. But my man, this fight go 12. And he know what a game with my man game. He coming in and he doing the thing. But I'm not really impressed with it. It's 6th round. I think Benavidez done won up about every round pretty much.
Every time that Cecilia tries to come in with a few punches, Jessica answers right back.
Yeah, I'm a little you see how looping those shots are? Like, the worst thing you could do with looping shots is back out like that. Ooh, nice stiff right hand from Braekhus.
Yeah, that was a nice one. But it looks like it's just not going to be enough. Like, at this point,
definitely
she needs a knockout. She needs a knockout.
If you gave Braekhus to 6, she could technically fight to a draw, possibly win if she scores a knockdown somehow. But yeah, it's just a little disappointing to see the lack of versatility and lack of adjustments just from Cecilia Braekhus. Now, this is not any knock on her effort.
Right. Exactly.
A great effort. It's just the game plan I'm really befuddled by. Like, I don't get how you come out and your tactics are just to be more aggressive with a fighter who's already aggressive. No body work, no different angles, no nothing.
Yeah, here we are, man. We're about to head into round 8 again. A thorough domination by Jessica McCaskill over Cecilia Braekhus right now. Only shot at Cecilia avenging this first loss is a KO. But it's not looking like it's gonna happen. But I mean, in boxing, man, you never know what can happen. All it takes is one shot to rock Jessica, and things can change.
I can also see how Katie Taylor would beat McCaskill again.
Now break that down and tell me what do you see in McCaskill that makes you feel like Katie Taylor would beat her again?
Katie Taylor is very skilled and at measuring her distance, when to punch and combination punching. The two things that Cecilia Braekhus is lacking are the things that Katie Taylor are best at. Punching at the right distance, and then her combination. And she's the quicker fighter. So I think in between those looping punches, I think Katie Taylor's astute enough to be able to get inside and throw combinations and really know how to get out of the way, out of those big looping shots. And the way you get out of the way of those is not backing up straight back. You duck it, you duck inside, you duck underneath, you return fire at a certain angle that's beneficial to you, and you don't just open up. So I could see how a rematch would be interesting, just because it would be an action fight, and it would really make Katie Taylor kind of display all of her repertoire as far as what she has as a boxer. But I think it'd be the same outcome.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely possible, because definitely with Cecilia Braekhus, what we're watching a lot of. Is this a point deduction or is that a warning?
No. They took a point away from Cecilia. I don't understand. And the thing about it is Cecilia's fighting better. She's the 6th, 7th, and this 8th round have been some of her best rounds, whether you have her winning or not. And for the referee to take a point for, I kind of hate in any sport when you got two people working hard or a team working hard, and the refs interject themselves on a bad judgment call.
And to your Katie Taylor point, a lot of what has happened, that I guess, like you said, what some would probably assume that Katie Taylor would be more masterful at, is controlling that distance, because a lot of what Cecilia Braekhus is doing is she's punching, but it's almost like she's smothering herself.
Right.
She's smothering herself by punching and going in, instead of punching and stepping back and keeping her distance. She's essentially smothering, her own offense. So yeah,
that was a terrible. If put it like that, if that was a point deduction, you know how many points Floyd Mayweather would have lost? Like, goodness gracious, you really deduct a point in a fight like this for that?
What was the point deducted for?
Cecilia landed a 2-punch combination, and McCaskill got underneath her, but Cecilia held her head down with her forearm to kind of keep her from doing anything.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah,
Benavidez won every round except first by their scorecard.
I do see McCaskill slowing down, though. She's breathing out her mouth. She's not as aggressive as she was. You see Cecilia landing a lot more, but it's probably a little too late, especially with the point deduction.
What round is it, like the 8th?
Yeah, the 8th round. Yeah, and now you're really seeing the boxing skill of Cecilia Braekhus on display. But boy, what a little bit of body work would have done to kind of change the complexion of this whole fight.
Yeah, there was definitely a lack of adjustments, man. And now, bro, when we get to the end of this particular round, what is the name? Is that Abel Sanchez, bro? I really believe, and I'm a little bit surprised. Don't quote me. I need to look up the name, but I think that is Abel Sanchez, who was Cecilia Braekhus' trainer.
No. I don't think that's Abel Sanchez.
That's not Abel Sanchez.
Wait
till the end of this this round and watch if they go to her corner.
I hope not. I could see why Triple G left if that was the case.
Because I actually believe, man, that is Abel Sanchez. Let me look it up right now. Let me look up a picture of because look right now, check him out right now, man.
Oh man,
I think that's Abel Sanchez, man.
Oh man, I see why Triple G left you, buddy.
And so that adds even more of a shocker, in a lack of adjustments for this fight. That it does look as though she's being trained by Abel Sanchez,
a veteran trainer who's had trained champions. What in the? Ooh, I see why Triple G was like. But this also is the same guy who told Sergey Kovalev he'd never be anything, and Sergey Kovalev turned out to be the man at 175. So I think he kicked Kovalev out the gym and said he was never going to be anything.
Yeah, that is Abel Sanchez, man. So yeah, that's shocking to see such a vet trainer, with such a veteran fighter, and
come up with a lack of game plan.
Yeah, that was not employ a better game plan, especially after already having 10 rounds prior to this fight against Jessica. You sort of knew she was going to come in with, but now, excellent fight by Jessica though.
Now. I'm just looking this up, so I'm doing a bit of homework. It seems to me there might be an excuse for it. This might be their first time working together.
I think I could believe that because I feel like that's something that we probably would have remembered from the first fight. If Abel Sanchez was the trainer, so don't quote me. Maybe that slid under the radar, but yeah, check that out and see if this is their first fight, as trainer and fighter together.
I don't know if this is their first fight, but this definitely hasn't been the one who the trainer she's had.
Oh, Benavidez like he got my man hurt. I don't.
Okay, they teamed up in 2019, so he's been her trainer since 2019. So it's really no excuse. But Cecilia's really fighting a lot better in the second half of the fight, just like last time, but it's too little too late, man.
You said too little too late, man? Too little too late?
Too little too late, man, because, I'm just disappointed that.
Well, Benavidez can get my boy out of there.
And to your Benavidez point, Q, what I was gonna say was the people that I've seen always give Canelo problems aren't the people with the best footwork necessarily, like Mayweather, even though Mayweather beat him. So that's the thing to say. It's people it's fighters with a good jab that are longer and strong. And so that's why I'm kind of hyped to see it, just because the thing with Canelo is him being able to get by that jab.
Right.
And if he's not able to knock a guy out, how does that play out? So that's my intrigue. That's what intrigues me about the Benavidez.
Well, it will be a good fight for what I'm seeing as the fight develops, because Benavidez has great punch placement. He going to the body, uppercuts. He's pretty quick. He got, like I said, the deceptive speed. That jab good, and I'm really digging the punch combinations he's throwing. He working the body, uppercut, hook, like jab. He throwing every punch, and he just stalking and walking them down. And Canelo don't got great foot. He don't have the best feet himself. He got decent footwork, but so it'll be interesting because they will be in a phone booth, man. It'll be a bunch of kind of punching. I see a war, man. It'll be a good fight.
It's the funny thing is that's the super weight middle fight out of all of them I want to see, because Caleb Plant is nice, but he doesn't have the power, and I don't know if he has the chin to stand up to Canelo. Billy Joe Saunders is interesting just because he's a real finesse fighter that is slippery. who has a couple of those qualities that give Canelo problems. Good jab, he's long and he's quick, but he can't hurt Canelo in any way, shape, or form. So once that pressure keeps getting applied, it's going to be interesting to see how Billy Joe reacts. Because when last seen, as far as stateside televised, he embarrassed David Lemieux.
This boy, too. 3 right uppercuts, all landed through the guard.
And here we are. What's this? The last round right here. J Box.
Cecilia
versus Jessica.
Yeah, she's looking. Like, the thing about it is, and I guess is to be expected when a fighter comes out that fast. Cecilia is looking better down the stretch, but with that point deduction, there's no way in the world Cecilia won this fight. So,
and the other thing I really got to credit, as much as we talk about Abel Sanchez and Cecilia not really having the best game plan, especially with this being their second fight against Jessica, I really got to give Jessica credit for being in shape, because while she did slow down a little bit, she did probably about round 6 or 7. She didn't have the same pace. She was in good enough shape. She was definitely in good enough shape to close the show and really ensure that she got this victory.
Now, here's the thing. Here's an interesting point that the GOAT, quote unquote, the self-proclaimed GOAT brings up. How does this fight play out if it's 3-minute 12 rounds? I think I'll take Braekhus. Judging by what I'm seeing down the stretch, if there's an extra, what do we say, a minute around 30? If there's an extra 12 minutes in this fight,
I disagree.
36, a 36-minute fight.
No, I disagree. Only reason why I say that is because Cecilia Braekhus didn't do that much in the second half of the fight compared to the early. She fought better as it went down towards the end of the fight. But if you're talking about making this 3-minute rounds, I feel like Jessica would have still dominated the early rounds. And so,
but what I'm saying is, look at Jessica McCaskill's face, right? And if you judge them by time, this would have only been the 8th round. So depending on how you would have scored the action of the last 6 minutes, that's why I'm saying I think I would have liked McCaskill. Cecilia, just because Jessica McCaskill's activity level significantly dipped.
It didn't. I disagree with that too, man. I disagree with that too. It dipped. It did dip, but not significant to a point where you would have said Cecilia activity level was more than Jessica's.
To me,
Cecilia was more active than Jessica. I think it was about even. Now, did Cecilia land more punches, and did Cecilia do better as it went on? Yes, but level is a different thing. I disagree.
What I'm saying is the second half from the 6th round on, it looked like a completely different fight. Like if you had somebody come in on the 6th round, they'd have been like, "Oh, this is a pretty close fight," because at that point in time, Braekhus was landing her own big shots as the round started to go on. And Cecilia and McCaskill wasn't as aggressive, and she was eating more leather, especially in the last 2 rounds. But we'll see what they got.
I would definitely say that the later rounds, when Jessica McCaskill kind of slowed a little bit, you could probably say we're even. But man, even if it was 3 rounds, man, I still would like Jessica McCaskill, because I feel like the early part of the fight would have still gone the way it went. Because like you said, it would have went to what? This would have been the 8th round, right? If it was 3-minute rounds, this would have been going into round 9.
And so what I'm saying is the fight looked different started looking different at the 6th round mark. So up at that point, that's only 10 minutes into a 36-minute fight. So if you think about it like that, there's a lot of fight left when you saw McCaskill start slowing down a bit. That's what I'm saying. Depending on the game plan, I think I would have liked Cecilia Braekhus planning for the long haul. But you never know. You could be right. It could have been the same thing where she banked 6 rounds. And
now, I will say, I do believe that the later rounds would have gone to Braekhus. I do think Braekhus might have possibly gotten some later rounds. But again, to the whole game plan, I guess I still see Jessica pulling it out because Cecilia's early game plan, man. What happened? What happened? I mean, like that. That's the
scorecards out.
You know, because if yeah, let's listen to the scorecards right quick, man.
One of the judges had 98, 91. I mean, it was scored accurately and fairly, yeah. So
yeah,
McCaskill retains the title. Sends Braekhus into retirement. Braekhus was on the record saying that she's done everything she wanted to do for her career. She said, this fight is just for her. This is for me. This is to see if I can still do it. So shout out to a great career with Cecilia Braekhus. If she is this is her last fight. She's carried the mantle for women's boxing well, and wish her the best in all her endeavors, and congratulations, Justin McCaskill.
All right, so right quick, man, J Box, man, go take a quick second, bro, at the end of this, so you can show the people before we get into the Cash App giveaway, so we can show the people our Iron Mike Tyson glove, bro, that we got on raffle for the people.
We got a glove.
Yeah, man,
man. Listen, man. I'm trying to raffle off sneakers, trying to raffle off everything. I ain't trying to give up this glove. But anyway, you know, man, it's for the people. Let me go ahead and get that right quick.
All right. And so while we sitting here, Q, I got an interesting one. I got an interesting one, man.
Hold on one second, bro. Let me say something.
Go ahead.
Let me say something first. Yeah, my damn phone, my battery go dead, bro. Because you know we've been on. I probably jumped on a little too early.
Okay. Now, it's all good. Charge up, jump back on, man. If you fall off, man.
If I can, bro.
You know, all right, everybody watching that took some time to tune in. You guys email us at bvtvmediagroup@gmail.com. You guys can send us your email address, your YouTube name, or you can just subscribe on YouTube and send us your YouTube name. It all works. Pretty much, we're trying to get you guys to like and subscribe to have a chance to enter this raffle to get this authentic Mike Tyson autograph glove in this fancy smancy case. It's part of our membership drive. So you guys go ahead, and once we get to a certain number, which the magic number is 1K, we're going to have a live raffles for you guys to get a chance to win some Boxing Vibes TV merchandise. And the grand prize winner is going to be able to get their hands on this Mike Tyson glove, and they'll be able to keep it. We'll let you keep it. We'll let you keep it.
Yeah. And again, that's send us an email. First off, like and subscribe, and send us your YouTube name to bvtvmediagroup@gmail.com to be entered in the raffle that we'll be doing in probably about a month or two for that autograph authenticated, right? Ain't that right, J Box?
Hey, you got the certificate of authenticity right here, B.
At
the bottom.
Right.
Unlike those
no fugazi, baby, no fugazi.
It ain't no fugazi unlike the off-white Jordan 5s I got. You know, but it happens. It happens. It's the real one, man. How Kanye West said before you went crazy? It's the real one, baby.
It's the real one.
Went crazy.
All right. So check us out. All those who are tuning in right now, as we get ready for the final main event of Estrada versus Chocolatito.
Our
first instant Cash App giveaway. Here's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna put this in the chat. For those of y'all who know, Marvelous Marvin Hagler unfortunately passed away today. So, all right, for the first person who sends to our email at bvtvmediagroup@gmail.com, send us his professional record. All right. Email us his professional record and then drop us your Cash App name in the email as well. and you're gonna get that $5 instant cash app right now. All right.
Hey man, hey, you know what the second part is? Somebody's gonna win this. I went and looked it up. If y'all don't know his record, man, y'all tripping. he ain't lost too many. He ain't lost too many now.
All right, so I'm checking my email. We got the email. I'm gonna pull up our BVTV Media Group email right now. And again, send us Marvelous Marvin Hagler's record to our email with your Cash App name. All right,
and it's for the Cash App. This ain't for that.
It's a difference.
So let me slide over here to our email so I could hit the refresh button and see if we get somebody.
Also, too, man, I just want to take time out to be conscious. I'm not telling anybody what to do with their bodies. There was a rumor out about why he passed. That has been amended, and so I don't want to get too far into it. The CDC and people who are close to him. So I would like to tell people, make your own decisions, but wait for the full story to come out.
Play at your own risk. Play your own risk. Y'all so young, bro. Y'all don't even know that. Y'all didn't even appreciate what I just did. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see what Cecilia talking about.
They said that about, was it Hank Aaron just passed? I know they were saying that about him too, but I don't know. Who knows?
Now, I will say that's the one thing about the Hank Aaron situation. They did not confirm it or not, but he definitely
had just took. Matter of fact, he
had just took it. I want to say a week prior to his passing, or about a week.
Yeah. So
you got, everybody's body is different. So you guys, I'm not telling you guys what to do or what not to do. Just get the whole story before you go off the deep end. So again, man, big loss to the boxing community with Marvin Hagler. Probably, might have been the best of the Fab Four, which is saying something.
That's a loaded bunch, boy.
Yeah.
Because depending on how you scored their one matchup, Hagler and Sugar Ray, he's undefeated against the field.
Right.
KO'd Duran, KO'd Hearns in classic fashion,
right,
and fought Sugar Ray to a razor thin decision. Still controversial to this day. I think what the former the ref the fight says, man, I watched that fight and said every time it gets closer. So definitely a classic fight and a legendary fighter, man. His presence his presence is part of the boxing game will be missed. He wasn't active on the scene, but just losing a legend like that,
I tell you, boy, he retired from the sport.
He let it go.
What I liked about it was, it seemed like he did well enough to not even have to do the things that, as far as going out to the events and all of that. Yeah, like he was good.
Yeah.
So at least he was able to live his post-boxing life however he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Even though, as opposed to having to still be out trying to make money, man.
Yep. So we're going to have this conversation because we've had this off camera. Chocolatito.
Yeah.
As we get ready for the ring walks, huh? As they in their rooms.
Can't lie. I've never been impressed. Never. He's not a bad fighter, but for where they had him as far as
they had him at the top of the rankings, right?
Yeah, I think he was top 2, top 3.
Yeah.
He was at some point years ago. No. He was top 2. He was shuffling between 1 and 2, and I think at one point they had him 1. But my thing is, I saw him fight, just wasn't impressed. And furthermore, you don't get knocked out of the top 10 pound for pound rankings by just one knockout. If my memory serves me correctly, Pacquiao wasn't out of the top 10 pound for pound after one punch with Marquez, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't even remember, honestly.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm willing to bet my money on he was. Yeah, because he had beat Marquez, just like in Chocolatito's case, Surus and Vise. It was a close fight, which I thought Chocolatito won. And so, but either way, I'm just saying his pound for pound ranking might have been a little fugazi.
Oh yeah, more definitely. We ought to be.
All right. So right quick to jump in, we do have our email from Miss Key. So we got you, Miss Key.
Miss Key, listen, man, you taking all the money.
Let me finish though.
Hey,
she got to finish it up though. She got to send us his record though. I got your email, but you got to send us his record. All right.
Ooh.
That's marvelous.
Miss Key, the MVP right now, man.
Hey, see the MVP, man. We just gonna see
for real, bro.
Just set up the cash out to wherever we go live. Go ahead and send it Miss Key, man. Whatever we do.
Right. Let me see.
Oh, so Benavidez got him out of there in 11 rounds. They stopped it.
Corner stopped it, or the ref stopped
it? I'm about to watch it. I'm about to catch it again. I had walked away for a minute. I thought it went to a decision. I don't know. Because I ain't never see the ref come and get in between when they were just showing. I don't know if they're doing a towel or what. I can't tell if it's phone charging or not. Okay, it's gonna keep me alive.
It sounds like they're doing the ceremonial 10 count, right? For Marvin Hagler right now on the zone as they get ready for the main event. But yeah, it's looking like Miss Key's gonna get this again as soon as she shoots us the record. So I know y'all say that he was definitely overrated, and we're speaking of Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. But what are you all's expectations of tonight's fight? What are y'all expecting in this again? Where we have a second match,
a classic.
Last
time they fought, Estrada is a natural 115 pounder. Now they're fighting at 115 pounder instead of him having to drain himself to fight at Chocolatito's weight, which is 108 and 112. So Chocolatito's a little older. He's been knocked out. Estrada looks like he's on the way up. So I expect a highly competitive fight in this rematch. Of course, they're at different points in their career when they first met. Chocolatito coming away with the win. So I suspect familiarity to come into play when these rounds are, start to set in and they get, they start getting more comfortable.
Right.
And just in the ring, not with each other. I think some old habits will prop up and we'll start to see some action. But I think the fact that Estrada might be at a better point in his career is going to make it a good back and forth.
All right, we gonna see, man. I will have to agree. I think this is going to be a different fight going into this rematch than what we saw transpire a good while ago. So let's see, man, as they get ready to have the ring walks. I believe they have Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez coming to the ring first.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's really hard to judge how good a guy is at 115 pounds, at 112 pounds, at 108 pounds. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah. I mean, but what if they have power though? What if they got power though?
No, it's not even a power thing. It's so I think I speak for a lot of fight fans when I say once you get below that 122 mark, really, because I think it goes down to 122, 118, 115. Once you get into those 108, 108, 112 weight classes, the fighters are less familiar. I'm just gonna say. No, not everybody's familiar with them, so you don't know necessarily the level of competition they're beating. So the fact that he was a top pound for pound ranked fighter, it was kind of like, okay, well, who are the legends he's beating? Now that could be just ignorance on the average boxing fans, and because we don't know anybody at 108 or 112. But damn it, pound for pound, gotta have a limit. 108 pounds. I don't know if the level of competition
is that steep, huh? Is that steep at that light of a weight?
I won't say that steep. I'll say there are things they don't have to battle, right? As you get up in heavier weights, the knockouts go up. So there's a level where you don't have, we watch a lot of these fights, right? We don't necessarily know the guy's name, but we can know one thing at these 115, 108, 112 pound fights. There's going to be a lot of big punches landed, but because they're at the weight class they're at, they're not going to be some super big knockouts, even though there are plenty of knockouts that happen. It's just a little bit different at a lesser known weight. That's all I'm going to say. It's really is what it boils down to. So it was a little bit offsetting for me when I saw he was ranked top, pound for pound. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
He's dominated 108 and 112. Like you got guys like Pacquiao that's come from 120 or 130. Mayweather's come from 130, and they've gone on 154. They dominated, but to put a guy at 108 and 112 top pound for pound is kind of like.
Yeah, I feel you, man. But I think now with you, I never thought that Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez should have been top pound for pound. But I will say when you talk about the lighter weights, I think at least early on in Roman's career, what was most impressive was the way he was knocking people out.
Yeah, he was knocking people out.
And to your point, in these lighter weights, you're not really supposed to have to worry about knockouts like that. And the way he was blowing through people, I think that's kind of what gave him some of that buzz early on in his career. But I agree with you. I feel like he never should have been up that high, but I feel like that's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, he had an 80% knockout percentage. I'm not going to take that away from him. But it's just pound for pound. When I think about somebody's style, I would think about it translating, and I just saw him and I wasn't overly impressed. The times I did see him to put him really at the top of that pound for pound list.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stay out of this one. Once you get to be that light, man, I think somebody got to be scared of you in the world for you to be on the pound for pound list, man. There's no.
They gotta be scared of you. They gotta be scared.
You win 100 and nothing, man. Nobody worry about you, bro. Like I don't know, man. It's hard for me to really get into it. Not to be disrespectful, man.
But when you're fighting at a weight class where the divisions are that close, where you have like a 108, 112, 115, 118, and you're fighting at your main dominance is at 108 and 112.
Right.
It's kind of like we got guys that, Adrian Broner, didn't he jump 4 divisions? 130, 135, 40, 147, 1 belts?
Yeah. Four division. Yeah, 4 division champ.
So it's just, I'm not saying you have to be, jumping all these divisions, but part of the pound for pound
You got to be translate a little bit.
It has to translate, yeah, and I just didn't see how his skill translated. Would translate like. I got a question for y'all. At middleweight, who wins, Roy Jones or Marvin Hagler?
There you go, man. You know what I mean? This ain't the time to be asking that, man. But honestly,
no,
man,
this is paying him respect, man. He's a fighter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, man,
because some people call him the greatest middleweight ever. You know,
at 160.
Yeah, 160. Yeah, fights at 160.
That's rough. That's tough.
You know what? That's a tough one, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's why I asked it, because I was like, I don't know.
That's arguably one of the toughest ones to try to imagine, because Marvin would have been coming to Roy's chest all night long.
And he's the bigger guy in every sense of the word.
You got a chin.
But then again, prime Roy.
It's hard.
Prime Roy. Hey, that's a tough one, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if I can. Hey, we might have to think on that one, man. I don't even know if I want to give an answer, because then I'll probably flip to the other side after I think about it more.
I'll be honest. I think I end up taking Roy in that one, just as a precursor to what I saw, Sugar Ray and Hagler, how he was able to beat him with speed. That's one thing Roy had, and he had a little bit. He had a little bit more. I want to say athleticism to yeah, a little bit more offensive Sugar and a little bit more athleticism than Sugar.
Okay, I feel you.
You're probably right, bro. I mean, I don't know. It would have definitely been one to see, man. You know.
Yeah, but
that's fun.
If he would have tested that chin, boy, oof.
Yeah.
Because I think he was one of the few guys in his prime, maybe the only guy in his prime to knock out Roberto Duran.
In his prime.
In Roberto Duran's prime, yeah.
So Thomas Hearns fought him later?
No, that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about. Hearns. Hearns is the one that put him to sleep with the uppercut. Man. I'm getting it mixed up. Yeah, Hearns
was it uppercut?
It was an uppercut that started. It was an uppercut, boom.
He looked like a body slam.
Yeah.
The way he went down.
You can hear the commentator saying, when he falls face first, that's when you know it's over.
Bruh, it's crazy. Like I said, I watched something with Chris Bird, and he was talking about when Ibuchi knocked him out with a left hook.
All right, here we go. Fight about to pop off. All right, here we go. So we got J-Box saying that he feels like it's going to be a classic. And Jay, you say you got a Estrada winning, right?
Yeah. I feel like.
What you think, Q, as we get round one underway? What do you think?
I'll go Chocolatito, man. I'll go Chocolatito.
You going Chocolatito? All right.
I'll go Chocolatito.
Okay. All right. So here we go.
What you say? We got to break the tie.
I'm gonna go Estrada. Because I feel like when he lost earlier on, he was younger, and I feel like he's kind of more on the rise, and he's kind of developed some skills that at this point, I don't want to say that Chocolatito is washed up. You know, that'd be a little bit too disrespectful to a 33-year-old, but he's no longer at the peak he probably was at 24, 25 years old.
How old is Estrada?
30 years old.
30.
So what you see early on, J-Box, in this round one of Estrada versus Chocolatito?
They both look comfortable. They look more comfortable than I thought they would in the beginning. I'm liking the fact that Chocolatito is keeping his left foot on the outside of Estrada's, staying away from that power hand. But Estrada's looking like he's the stronger fighter at 115. You see Chocolatito being patient, which I like. Looking to land those big shots on the inside. It's good back and forth. They're fairly comfortable.
Yeah. What I see so far is both fighters definitely appear to be circling to keep it in the middle of the ring. You see how nobody's just backing up straight to the ropes.
Yeah, I love that.
Circling and keeping it right in the middle of the ring. So, nice left, sneaky left in there by Chocolatito. But nah, I agree. It's definitely a good back and forth in this first round.
I love Chocolatito's foot placement.
And it seems like if this stays at this pace, hey, you said it should be a classic if it continues at this pace.
Yeah, it might be a little room by external headbutt that just happened, depending on how it develops later in the fight. A little worried about Chocolatito now a little bit though. He seemed to be affected by that cut more than I think he should be, but of course I'm not the one that got cut. So.
Right. All right, now you start to see Estrada, getting a little bit more aggressive, naturally.
I think he smelled a little bit of weakness by Chocolatito's reaction to that headbutt. Like I was kind of, Chocolatito like stopped and was looking at the ref and looked at the ref again, to force really the ref to kind of say keep fighting.
Right, exactly. So who would you, if you had to score that first round, man? That was a close one. Who would you give that one to? Estrada?
Up until that headbutt, I would have gave it to Chocolatito, but I think Estrada took that. It was relatively even, but I think the last 15 seconds went to Estrada.
All right, so here we go, round 2 of Estrada versus Chocolatito. All right, here we go.
Now Chocolatito's losing his foot placement.
Chocolatito definitely fighting with a going into a real high guard kind of peekaboo defense when Estrada throws punches.
Yeah, it looked like he had a really good game plan, and he was really, matching footwork with Estrada. But he seems to now be, leaning into, his power hand, which now he's getting hit with big shots, and Chocolatito's not looking good at all early on. I don't know what happened with that headbutt, but it looked like it affected him more than it should have. Ooh.
Yeah.
Chocolatito answers back.
Great action picking up here in this second round.
Oh man, Chocolatito's looking good. Okay.
All right, it looks like fireworks starting to pop off in round 2. Round 2, fireworks are starting to pop off.
Yeah, it looks like Chocolatito is willing to step inside of Estrada's left foot to go to war.
Oh boy.
He's
big punches by Chocolatito.
Yeah, he's starting to land some leather.
Big punches by Chocolatito on Estrada. Estrada started off.
Big right hand from Chocolatito, followed by a left hook.
Man.
A big right hand by Chocolatito.
Hey, I feel like Chocolatito really gained some confidence in this round, man.
Yeah, definitely. He looked to be rattled a bit, but he definitely kind of showed some sense of urgency in the early part of this second round to kind of turn this round. Not to play on words, but turn this round around.
Well, my phone about to die, bro. I'm about to bow out right now, man.
All right, so
we got the third.
All right, Q. When you get a chance, hop back on with us, man. When you get an opportunity.
10-4.
Hey, man, but we're going to go ahead and in the middle of this round, Miss Key is the winner of the first raffle, Cash App raffle, with the answer being 62, 3-2 was Marvelous Marvin Hagler's record. So Miss Key is our first Cash App winner.
Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching us, tuning in. Appreciate it.
All right, man. So what you think gonna happen in this third round, man? What you think gonna happen?
Estrada's gonna try to get some of what he lost back in that second round. I felt like he thought he had got Chocolatito a little bit.
Okay.
But Chocolatito really poured it on, and I think it's 1-1 at this point. So it's gonna be nice to see how Estrada responds. It's just a high paced fight.
Right.
As they clash heads again, this is gonna end up being a problem. It's kind of odd for. I mean, I won't say too odd, but for two Orthodox fighters to clash heads like this.
All right, so here we are.
This often, I should say.
Right. So here we are, round 3. Let's see what shakes in round 3.
And see now you see.
Ooh, nice body work by Estrada.
Oh yeah, that was a nice blow. You see the difference, and just from round 1, Chocolatito was really masterful at keeping his foot outside of Estrada's left foot, really boxing him. But you saw him give up that foot. You saw him give up that footwork to kind of step inside to the power hand, so Chocolatito can get his power off and really put this in a phone booth fight, or really make it a phone booth fight.
Right, but woo, good comeback by Chocolatito. Hey man, this is cracking up to be a pretty good fight, man.
Yeah, definitely. The thing I want to see is how he responds to Chocolatito's power at 115.
Yeah, because this is going to be interesting to see who begins to wilt or who begins to fade as this starts to get towards around, I'd say about round 6. Right now, both men are pretty much keeping it right in the middle of the ring. It's a lot of give and take. Chocolatito's looking good. Estrada's also giving some good counter work, good body punching. Chocolatito's definitely on the aggressive push of this round, though. Ooh, nice combination by Estrada, though. Man, great give and take in this round 3. A very close round, a tough round to score. Very tough round to score. All right, for the first time in the round, Estrada actually, for a second, he was on the ropes. He spins out. Chocolatito still trying to apply the pressure as both gentlemen get back into the middle of the ring. Ooh, nice by Chocolatito, but then also nice by Estrada. Oh, man. Great round 3 by both gentlemen.
Yeah, this is turning into a war I suspected. This is definitely turning into a war.
Great round 3 by both gentlemen. Round 1, I would give to Estrada. Round 2, to Chocolatito.
So what you got round 3?
3? Ah, man. I wouldn't be mad if either fighter, I wouldn't be mad at the judges for giving it to either guy, but I give it a tap to Chocolatito. Just by a hair, I give it to Chocolatito.
Yeah. Just because his aggression hasn't been stunted that much or impeded that much, where you see him landing big shots. Estrada briefly had his back up against the ropes, and Chocolatito is having some good work there. So yeah, I agree. It's 2-1, but it's there's gonna be a middle part in this fight where you can see somebody take over.
Right.
And I wonder if
somebody gonna fade a little bit. Somebody will fade a little bit.
Yeah, 6 or 7. I think somebody's gonna land a big shot to kind of really make you say, "Wow, okay." And it's gonna have a guy rattled for a couple of rounds, and they need to gather themselves. So.
Ooh, great fighting off the back foot by Estrada. Chocolatito is doing great punching forward though. So Chocolatito's definitely trying to push and apply the pressure. But I will say, man, what do you think? I see Estrada fights pretty okay, even though Chocolatito's getting in there. Do you feel like Estrada is slowing down, man? He's starting to lean on these ropes a little bit more than, or you think he's just kind of taking a little bit of a breather, because he knows it's going to be a long fight?
Yeah, I think he's really trying to gauge how to respond to Chocolatito without getting hurt. And so I think right now is he's trying to handle his aggression effectively without, getting hit. So it's one of those things that he has to respond, but he also has to, I'll give Estrada credit. He's probably trying to pick up Chocolatito's rhythm, even though they're familiar with each other. It has been some time, and they've, took divergent paths, and Chocolatito at this point is probably relying more so on his power than ever before.
Great 3-punch combination by Estrada just then.
Definitely.
But great comeback by Chocolatito.
Oh my goodness, big right hand for Chocolatito.
Boy, these boys just went into a phone booth for about 30, 40 seconds, and it's still there. Oh, man. Chocolatito with punches and bunches.
Okay,
oh, boy.
I will say
we got us something.
It's not just him trying to pick up Chocolatito's rhythm. These punches are having an effect.
Yes, man. He's slowing Estrada down a little bit, man. Goodness gracious. This is so far. I mean, now it is early. We are only in round 4. Oh, good body shot by Estrada.
Oh, definitely nice body shot.
We're early in the fight, but I can tell you right now, this is probably the best that Chocolatito has looked in a while.
Yeah,
but it's early. But it's early. It's early, and Estrada may be able to come back with some firebombs of his own. But man, these boys are really taking it to each other in these first 4 rounds.
Nice 1-2 by Chocolatito. Really keeping that jab pump. Nice slip and jab by Chocolatito.
Woo-wee. Oh, man. Nice punching by Estrada as well. Oh, boy. Great into the round by Estrada.
I don't know who you give that to.
That's another tough round. We're now getting to the end of, what's that, round 4? That was the end of round 4? And that is another round that I can't lie, man. I wouldn't be mad at either judge if they give it to Estrada or Chocolatito. Rounds 3 and rounds 4 are very, very difficult to score.
Both guys got to do what they wanted to do in that round.
Whee! What a fight so far. We are in for, if this keeps up for another 8 rounds, man, we in for a real good one. All right, man. So we get into round 5. What do you expect in round 5? You expect more of the same, or
more the same? I like Estrada to be more aggressive to take this round, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's more the same and we can't score either round for either guy, decisively.
All right, so here we go. It's starting off. Both men circling in the center of the ring. Estrada trying to get a few punches off early in the round. Chocolatito not really throwing much yet. But ooh, boy.
Oh my goodness, that was a big right hand from Chocolatito.
Yes, it was. Chocolatito.
Oh, another big right hook and a
man
left hand from Chocolatito.
Chocolatito is really applying some real legitimate pressure to Juan Estrada. So it is going to be interesting to see if Chocolatito can keep this up and if Juan Estrada can get Chocolatito off of him. Because my goodness is now this is a round right now, man. If it continues like this, Chocolatito won this round.
Yeah, but see, well, one thing I'll say about the pace that Chocolatito's fighting at, he's not wasting any punches. So I like for him to be able to keep this up.
Yeah, because Chocolatito's definitely trying to come with that. Again, he's putting the high kind of peekaboo guard up, and then he's coming in with efficient body. Oh, man, what another beautiful overhand right by Chocolatito. Now, Estrada's taking it well, though. What do you think about how Estrada's taking these shots, though?
He's taking them well, but he's definitely feeling them. You can tell by the dips in his activity level at certain points in the fight. But what I will say is the biggest difference I see besides the glancing blows or the big blows that are landed by Chocolatito, when you see Chocolatito throw his punches, when I say he's not wasting, he's touching something, whether it's glove, body, head. You'll see Estrada come up short a lot. And that's going to waste a lot of energy. So I really like the pace that Chocolatito has.
Man, this is some awesome action in this round. This round, while we were really on the fence, not knowing who we would give the rounds to in 3 and 4, here in the 5th round, unless something drastically changes in this last 20 seconds, this is a round that I would have to clearly give to Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez.
And that's completely different from what we saw in the first 15 seconds. First 30 seconds.
Right.
And I expected Estrada to really come out strong and actually take this round.
Man, what a round 5 as we get to the middle of the fight. All right, round 6. They prep for round 6, man. So what do you expect?
More the same, to be honest with you. I don't have reason to believe there's going to be anything different that comes out. Maybe Estrada's going to pick up his activity level a little bit more, not make the 6th round more competitive. But even that's not saying much because round 5 was competitive. But I will say this: I want you to watch something. Watch when Chocolatito lets his hands go. He's always touching something.
Right.
Like I that's one thing I've been noticing about Chocolatito. He might seem a little bit lethargic as the round starts, but that's because he's working his angles, getting his way in, and every time he's throwing a punch, they don't miss. It's hitting glove, it's hitting the head, it's hitting body, it's connecting with something.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree. He's definitely being efficient. I guess the word would be efficient. His punches are very, very efficient.
But he's being active. The activity level is there, and he's being efficient. Which,
exactly.
But with that being said, a judge could have it 3-2 Estrada right now, and you can't really argue with that.
And see, now Estrada's coming out a little bit more active to start this 6th round.
Hell, he did that in the 5th round.
Woo! But
Chocolatito
is not letting up on his pressure at all. And this goes to your point, with the lighter weights. A lot of the bombs that we've seen thrown amongst both of them, if this was maybe welterweight at this pace, or if this was maybe, middleweight, light heavyweight, somebody would have hit the canvas by now.
Yeah. With the velocity of these punches and the distance that they're landing at, Estrada's getting caught with punches at the perfect distance to do the maximum damage. He's not getting caught at the end of the punch. He's not getting caught with a smothered punch. He's getting, full extension, peak power when these punches are landing from Chocolatito, and he's taking them pretty well.
All right, now Chris Mannix, who is ringside in Dallas at the fight, he just reveal his current scorecard as how he sees it. And he has it 4-1 for Chocolatito, with Chocolatito only losing that first round. You agree or disagree with that scorecard right about? Oh, as Estrada is trying to step it up a second. But do you agree or disagree with 4-1 for Chocolatito right now?
With a fight like this, I mean, who knows? Like, I can't really say he's off base, because even if you have all the rounds close, but if you have Chocolatito edging out all the close rounds, I mean, you can conceivably have it 4-1.
Oh my gosh, brother, are you seeing this?
They're going to war.
Oh my goodness.
I will say this is a great way to give a tribute to Mark.
I will say this is a good round though for Estrada. Chocolatito still coming forward, but this is a good round for Estrada. Again, this might be a close one. The last 20 seconds are critical as to who you might sway this round to. This is a very close one.
I don't know. I mean, Estrada did better, but I don't know anything Chocolatito did different. You know, he responded when he thought he was in a little bit of trouble.
Ooh, good body.
And
Estrada.
Oh yeah, he's definitely. I will
say
say that
out of edge this one to Estrada.
I will say this particular round, he's probably done some of his best body work I've seen.
Yeah.
The whole fight.
Yeah, that one was a close one. If you force my feet to the fire, I would give round 6 to Estrada. But nevertheless, back to your point about Chris Mannix's scorecard. Yeah, I agree 1,000%. These are very, very close rounds. Very, very close rounds. So I would not be surprised if we see scorecards all over the place.
But I think Estrada just found the key to the fight. Body work.
Yeah.
I think the body work seems to has some effect on Chocolatito, and it seems to back him off just a little bit, makes him kind of restart and start again, and it'll buy some Estrada time, who's probably better at distance than fighting in that phone booth.
Yeah, because they definitely are. Hey man, they fighting in the phone booth, all right, as we get ready and get set to go into round number 7.
Now it's going to be this round and the next round where something big is going to land. Is going to tilt the fight. I predict. Or at least I'm hoping, just as get a little bit more excitement. I mean, if it's possible to get more excitement than this.
I will say that Chocolatito is not deterred yet from. Oh man! Oh, big punches by Chocolatito.
Oh man! Right in the ear hole. Right in the ear hole.
Hey, this Chocolatito is absolutely unrelenting on the pressure that he is trying to apply on Estrada. And it's going to be really interesting to see if Estrada can continue to try to fight off of his back foot and try to be effective against
nice
Chocolatito.
Big overhand right from
by Estrada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, these boys are throwing some big bombs at each other.
But you know, and what I'm seeing too now, which is going to have some effect, especially later in the fight, when I was saying Chocolatito is still being effective and not really missing with any of his punches, now can be said the same for Estrada. He's touching glove, head, or body every time he throws.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to Chocolatito was a little bit more elusive in the first half of the fight.
Right.
But he's still landing more leather than Estrada. I mean, goodness gracious.
Yeah, Chocolatito is definitely being extremely aggressive in this fight, taking the fight straight. Oh my goodness, man! Oh man!
Oh yeah.
Much props to Chocolatito and Estrada. Both of them are going at it back and forth, and this is only round 7. Oh my goodness, we might have a fight of the year candidate on our hands. Goodness gracious!
So far.
What a fight!
It's not a candidate; it's the winner.
Man, oh man!
These first 6-7 rounds have been better than the action I've seen all year.
Whew. Especially with boxing starting off so slow, huh?
Yeah, as you know, oh my goodness! And I couldn't even tell who you get his round to, even though I do like that body head combination from Estrada.
It's another tough one, man. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, this is tough. I can't lie. This is a very. Hey, I'm gonna just say it right now, brother.
Nice uppercut.
I'm gonna just say it right now, man. Trilogy.
Yeah.
Because no matter how this fight goes, these are some very, very tough rounds to score. No matter how this goes on the scorecards.
I will say this: all I can do is go off body language. I think Estrada's taking this round.
Oh man, these boys are putting on a show in Dallas, Texas. My goodness, if this stadium was packed to capacity,
oh man, yeah, the crowd would be going nuts.
The crowd would be going crazy.
Yeah, I definitely like Estrada that round. I think that was probably one of his more decisive rounds. And that's not even saying much just because Chocolatito was landing at will, but I think Chocolatito's activity level dropped a bit as Estrada started landing more. And I think that's what's starting to come into play. I think in the first half of the fight, you were seeing Chocolatito use a little bit more head movement, a little bit more defensive.
Right.
But now you're seeing like that big overhand right that just landed. You're seeing shots like that landed. And you're seeing Estrada not wasting any punches as Chocolatito was doing, as it looked like he just landed a 4-punch combination on Chocolatito.
Yeah, and for fans tuning in, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'll let J-Box speak to his perspective, but this is a fight. We're going into the 8th round, and I'll be honest, I wouldn't be mad if either fighter wins this one if it keeps up like this.
Yeah. Only reason why I'd be mad if somebody wins it is because I feel like it should be a draw so we can see another one.
Oh, you say you think it should be a draw?
Yeah, just so we can see another one. Just I mean, because if Chocolatito wins, I don't know if we'll see a part 3.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point. Since he won
and
the first fight.
If Estrada wins, I mean, I don't know. Are you gonna do this again? I guess, but there's no bigger names at 115. So
right. Mm-hmm. To be honest, like you said, it will probably make perfect sense for both of them to do it again. Oh man, good punches from both fighters. Man, you really see the sweat flying. They are really dropping some leather on each other. Right in the ring.
Chocolatito's gonna have to stop dipping his head on his way in. That's what happened with him and Sir Sunvise when he got dropped and got KO'd. Mm-hmm. So he's going to have to be a little bit more defensive and get back to moving his head a lot more. I think he started falling in love with those big shots he was landing and really didn't and really abandoned his head movement. I think he was really effective making Estrada miss.
Yeah, and I see where Chris Mannix now, he has Chocolatito up 1 round. And again, to go to the idea that this is a very difficult fight to score. Chris Mannix started out having it 4
big right hands from Chocolatito.
He had it 4 rounds to 1 for Chocolatito, but now at this point, he actually has it 4 rounds to 3 for Chocolatito. So he has Estrada now coming on in the past couple of rounds. So I imagine when we get to the end of this fight, we're going to see some scorecards that just might definitely vary.
All over the place. All over the place. I wouldn't be surprised if we're all over the place.
Whoo! Both fighters definitely dropping bombs and throwing punches for sure.
Sergio Mora mentioned that Estrada's starting to back up Chocolatito. So oddly enough, he's doing that. I think I still got Chocolatito. Well, I don't think I have Chocolatito winning this round up from this point.
Yeah, this is a tough one, but I see what he's saying. This is the first time in the fight that we are seeing Chocolatito sort of fight a little bit off of his back foot. But I'm not.
But see, Chocolatito's making a miss again.
Right,
making a miss again, and he's being more accurate when Chocolatito returns fire.
And also, it is a scenario. Whoa, good punches by Chocolatito. It's also a situation where Chocolatito. It's not like he spent the whole round off his back foot either.
It's just been in spurts and spots.
Right. Great round.
See, he's making. I think he's dialed down that aggression a bit, and he's making Estrada miss again, which is smart.
All right, here we go. We're about to go.
That was the
round number 9.
And so nothing big landed to really tilt it, but what you're seeing is the difference from the first half of the fight, for me anyway, is when somebody wins a round, it's more decisive now because that was clearly a Chocolatito round to me.
Yeah. I would definitely say that will be a Chocolatito round. It is getting interesting as we get into these later rounds, as certain things like fatigue, are starting to set in. To see which of them can kind of keep up the pace and kind of
at 115 pounds, ain't neither one of them breathing
rounds.
hard. At 115 pounds, I don't see neither one of them breathing hard. I want to see action. Let's go.
You say 115 at 115, man.
At 115
pounds, it should be grade A, huh? Grade A at 115.
All night long. All night. Let's go.
All right, so here we go. The beginning of round number 9. And the fight is picking up right where it left off in round 8.
It's weird how you hear commentaries like the momentum seems to be swinging towards Estrada, and I'm just like, in my estimation, he clearly just lost that last round. Now the 9th round looks more so Estrada's round, but we've seen this story before where Estrada comes out strong in the first 30 seconds and loses the round one, in my opinion.
Interesting round so far. Both fighters still throwing punches. Nothing super clean has landed for either one of them just yet.
But I will say Estrada seems to be more in control.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Right now, early on, this would definitely be Estrada's round. Early on, as of right now, with about a minute and a half left in the round.
I think Chocolatito's taking a round off. I think he felt like he won that 8th, and he's really slowing down a bit, not being super active.
And we see Estrada out here looking to sort of counterpunch. Yeah, it definitely does look like Chocolatito has slowed down. He's still throwing punches. It's not that he's not engaged in this round, but you definitely would have to say that his activity in moving forward has slowed. So it's going to be interesting to see if Estrada can kind of
right hand from Chocolatito.
It'll be interesting to see if Estrada can kind of outlast him, in the fight, and kind of out throw him, as we get into the championship rounds in 10, 11, and 12. Woo! Good body shot by Estrada. Good uppercut. Chocolatito definitely trying to get that second win, man, because he definitely slowed a little bit. So let's see if he can catch that second win in the next round.
And I don't think it's because he's tired. I think I won't say when you take a round off, it's because you're tired. But I don't think it's not because he can't put his foot on the gas. I think he's choosing not to really put it on in the championship rounds in the 10th, 11th, 12th. So we'll see if my theory is correct, because I'll definitely give this one to Estrada.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. This round would definitely have to go to Estrada if I was scoring this fight, which makes again the 10th, 11th, to 12th pretty intriguing. So
and that's what I'm saying. So like second half of the fight, these rounds are easier to score because you can see what each guy's trying to do and which round it happens in, and clearly the guy, the round he wins. Chocolatito's more so precision punches, pressure, landing the bigger shots. And when you see that he does that majority of the fight, those are typically his rounds. Estrada likes to mix it up, keep it a distance, step inside, step outside, and start landing punches at a certain range and really making Chocolatito miss, which wasn't happening. Which wasn't happening in the beginning of the fight. Although I will say Chocolatito does look to be tired though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I didn't like his body language in the corner.
Yeah,
he might have been taking that round off because he had to.
Yeah, you can tell that a lot of these shots have definitely taken a toll on him. But let's see if he can catch that second wind. Estrada looks a little bit like he's still pretty much has his
nice right hand. Nice left hook from Chocolatito.
And you see here in this, at least early in this round, Estrada trying to kind of get on his toes and move around and kind of force again Chocolatito to push the issue. Although Chocolatito still is trying, it's not the aggression of earlier rounds, but he is still trying to get in and get a few punches. But I'd have to say early on, this is Estrada's round again.
Do you think so? I really got Chocolatito.
Yeah, I'd have this one, Estrada. Chocolatito's thrown a few punches, but now don't get me wrong, it's close. Don't get me wrong, it's not like Estrada has landed, a whole heap of punches, but this is starting to be another give and take round, though.
Yeah.
Woo, good punching from both guys. Man, this is some give and take, man. This is a tough one. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say this is another tough one for me right now.
Yeah.
This is another tough one because Chocolatito's throwing back, but Estrada is also still right there landing shots as well.
So much for rounds being decisive in the second half of the fight.
Good body work by Estrada.
Yeah. This last minute's going to tell a lot because it looks like Estrada's trying to pull away now.
Yeah, at this point, Estrada's good uppercut though by Chocolatito. Woo!
Wow.
Boy, these boys are rock'em sock'em robots trading punches.
Wow. I mean,
this is tough.
This is a tough one. Because I was gonna say, this last minute's gonna decide it. In the first 30 seconds, you kind of like Estrada, and now you see Chocolatito landing the big shots.
So for fans watching at home, they pretty much this round stayed in the middle of the ring. There was nobody leaning on the ropes, and they were pretty much trading shots. That's a very tough round to score.
Yeah.
Very tough round.
I couldn't. I wouldn't know who you give it to.
Shit, me neither. Not at all. All right, man. So we about to get into these real live championship rounds, man. So has Chocolatito faded, bruh? Or does he have enough to keep it real close? Real close rounds, man, to where it's going to be really on the judges to pick somebody.
He hasn't faded, but he's fading. If he comes out flat in this round, he is faded. Because that was a very close round, the 10th round. Right. So if you're looking at that, this 11th, the 12th is going to be big. And the 11th is just going to be big as the 12th. So this is the time to come out and be a best version of yourself. The best version, as best you can at this point. And he might have faded because it looks like Estrada's coming out really strong.
No, he's coming.
Oh man,
Chocolatito's coming though.
You think he heard me? He's like,
yeah, brother, he heard me. But I do see where Estrada appears like he's kind of doesn't seem as fatigued as Chocolatito. Even though Chocolatito still has his moments.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing where you see, Estrada it's pretty much the same way he did at the start of the fight, as far as body language. And you see Chocolatito a little bit more worse for wear.
Man, it's going to be very interesting to hear the scorecards on this one. As we're Getting to the end of this.
This is a close one, but I think Estrada's kind of taking this one. And I won't. And maybe I'm being nice by saying close. It's competitive, but I think Estrada's taking this round. Oh my! As soon as I say that,
yeah, Chocolatito comes back. But I get exactly what you're saying. Like, Chocolatito is right there. It's just a touch of steam.
Yeah.
Came off from what you saw in the first 6 or 7 rounds.
You don't see the sweat flying when the Chocolatito lands now.
Right. And it feels like Estrada has kind of stayed stronger longer.
Yeah, he stayed steady, yeah. Yep. Regardless of Chocolatito's landing, it doesn't seem like they have the same effect because it's not backing Estrada up at all.
Oh man.
That was a big punch from Estrada.
Yes, it was. Yeah, this is getting closer. It's going to depend on how the judges have it. Right now, Estrada is seeming to feel like he can outwork Chocolatito for these last couple of rounds. One more round to go. The last and final round.
Chocolatito would have benefited from a little bit more body work. I think you're seeing that now with Estrada, who was a little bit more committed to the body in the beginning of the fight in the early rounds. Exactly. And you see that. You see, even though Chocolatito fought at a better pace, wasn't wasting any punches, you really see how that body work for Estrada's paying off as Chocolatito seems to be fading. Well, has faded at this point. Well, I don't want to say he has faded because he's not completely, out of it. He can come back and surprise in the 12, but he's definitely worse for wear as opposed to Estrada, who's looking, just as active and just as fresh as almost as he did in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, Estrada's definitely looking like he's ready to kind of outwork Chocolatito in this last round. So here we are. We're about to get into the last and final round of two warriors. Juan
Great fight. Great fight. As they touch gloves in the middle of the ring.
Yep.
This is for all the marbles right here, depending on how the judge has it.
Oh, and do you see Chris Mannix's scorecard, bro?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He has Chocolatito up 106 to 103.
I'm sorry.
He has Chocolatito having won the last 3 rounds.
And that's the only reason why I have a problem. That's the only reason. If you had the first half of the fight a little different and you didn't give Estrada much, okay, I get it. But those last 3 rounds, two out of those three rounds were Estrada rounds.
Right. Yeah, those last 3, I probably wouldn't have scored for Chocolatito. Nevertheless, it's a close fight. But here we are in this 12th and final round, man. Let's see if let's see what transpires with them in this final round.
Oh, they are going. This is rock and sock and roll out. They are going at it.
Yes, they are, bro. Woo-wee. But again, to your point with body language, as they're going back and forth and going at it, I still get this sense that Estrada.
I don't know.
Oh no! Let me not say that.
I was about to say I don't know. I don't know. You as you were saying that,
right?
I was like
that Chocolatito came back with some punches, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. Now this is another one of those rounds that it's gonna be hard to score this one.
Yeah, I mean, I can't lie. This looks like a Chocolatito round, but it's definitely going to be hard to score. But I think Chocolatito's landing the body, the head. He's looking better than he has the last, 3 rounds. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, Chocolatito is touching him up, boy.
Oh man, they are landing.
Oh,
they are landing.
Oh
shots.
My
wow,
God.
They are going to war.
Oh,
they are going. Goodness. They are both landing bombs.
Hey,
wow, man. Chocolatito. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Somebody's trying to get the critical knockdown. Oh, good punch by Chocolatito.
Oh my goodness. This is award. This is fight of the year.
Fight of the year. Goodness gracious, what a fight.
Oh my goodness, they got to do it again. Yeah, this is Chocolatito's round, but this is a great round. Oh goodness.
I would say I have to have this final round for Chocolatito. It's been a great round, but I would edge this one to Chocolatito as they wrap up the fight. What a fight.
Oh, both landed big punches.
Both men exhausted. What a fight by Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez and Juan Francisco Estrada.
I mean, I don't. You talk about body language. There's only one guy with a bloody nose.
Right. Hey, you're right about that, man.
Oh my goodness. And that one guy is Estrada, so. Oh man. I'm a little disappointed at the range. The ringside announcer had his well, not ringside, but I forget his name, Minx. I'm a little bit disappointed at his scorecard, but it's more so the way he scored it, not the actual score.
Yeah. Right, because there's a lot of rounds that could have gone either way, but like we said when we saw what was it, how he had 11, 10, and 9, how he had those 3 rounds all for Chocolatito. I wouldn't have necessarily had all 3 of those for Chocolatito.
Yeah, Chocolatito definitely lost 2 out of 3. He lost the 11, and in my opinion, he lost the 9.
So I need a quick prediction, man. I need a quick prediction, man, before they say the judges' scores, man. If you had to just gamble, and I know it's tough to call this one.
If I'm going with if I'm being a paranoid boxing fan, they're gonna give it to Estrada, so we have a trilogy.
Okay. You know what? All right, here we go.
We go to the scorecard. Cecilia scores the contest. 115, 113 for Gonzalez.
115, 113, Chocolatito.
117 to 111 for Estrada.
117, 111 for Estrada. I mean,
115, 113, split decision, winner.
Estrada with the split decision.
115, 113.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just my paranoid boxing. Yeah, we're gonna see a part 3.
Yep, trilogy has to happen.
Yep. And I'm not mad with the decision at all, just because if you look at body language, he did. Like 115, 113, 117, 111 for Estrada. Yeah, 117, 111 for Estrada was BS. But that's why I said my paranoia as a boxing fan is like, we're gonna get a part 3. We're looking at, but we are in Texas. We've seen this before. I don't know what to say. Only a ringside felt like Chocolatito did enough.
Man.
There he is, and still the champion. As
yeah, man, we got to get a third one of this, man. This is hands down fight of the year.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be I think we're gonna get a trilogy in Vegas.
Oh, a trilogy in Vegas?
Yeah. A neutral site, because I did hear Sergio Moro talking about, we've seen this in Texas, fighters who of Mexican descent get a favorable decision. So. Which I'm not gonna really go there just because
yeah, because that depends on
nobody got robbed. Like
right, exactly.
In a fight of the year, when it's that close and it's not a knockout, you can't really say anybody got robbed.
Especially when 2 out of the 3 scorecards are 115, 113. So.
But that's one thing I will say. The 117, 111 just makes me think like, in a close fight, they were going to be the dissenting judge was going to have, however they looked at it. I mean, maybe they I don't know.
And with that kind of scorecard, to me, I would be inclined to think that possibly what happened on that scorecard is, remember early in the fight when we were talking about how close it was, and a lot of those rounds were very difficult in the first 5 or 6 rounds. I imagine that judge, they might have still given a lot of those close ones to Estrada.
And then if they actually gave the 9th, 10th, and 11th to Estrada, as or at least 2 out of 3, if I gave them all 3, then it's conceivable, just because you're winning rounds, scoring rounds individually, not the totality of the fight.
Exactly, right.
Well, fight fans, thank you whoever all tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
We'll definitely be here for part 3, the trilogy. This is fight of the year so far. Their trilogy might top it, or boxing might finally get off his ass and produce some good fights and stop all the Twitter fighting. So,
one more time as we wrap up, join in on our Iron Mike Tyson authenticated glove raffle.
Hey, stop telling them about it, man, because I want to keep it. Stop telling them. I'm not even joking.
So all you have to do is subscribe, send us your YouTube name.
I'm gonna keep it.
All right, send us your YouTube name to bbtvmediagroup@gmail.com, and we'll be doing that raffle. But deuces to y'all. All right, thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's been a dope night. Till next time when we sit back and kick it on live with y'all, talking some good boxing, and we out.
And shout out to David Benavidez for putting on a good fight. Can't wait to see him in Canelo. We out.